Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. A big thank you to Dragon Raja for sponsoring this video. We'll be going from the dates of the 30th of April up until the 6th of May, although there are going to be a fair few more games already out than the usual few, as there have been a number of stealth drops or just games that I didn't cover, plus it is a slow week for what's upcoming, so it's the perfect time to do it. So what are some of the games that you may have missed on the Switch? Well, let's find out. So releasing about a week ago was Deck of Ashes Complete Edition. This is an adventure game with tactical card combat as you attempt to rid the world of the Ash Curse. The blurb says that you'll be putting your survival and resource management skills to the test in a procedurally generated world where danger waits around every corner. Less experienced players can choose from ready-made sets of cards, and this complete edition includes a new anti-hero to choose from in Sybil the Elven Archer. There's currently 10% off the usual price up until the 8th of May.
Thanks to Dragon Raja for sponsoring this episode. This is a game that my daughter has been playing for over a year now, and it's the world's most popular open world mobile game that in fairness uses the Unreal 4 engine to make things look more beautiful than most Switch games. You can fully customize and create your own character, there's a full MMO style social system, and you can get your own house that has over 40 million registered players. For those who have been around the channel a while, you'll remember how impressed I was with the quality of the game. It felt like a fully fledged MMO JRPG, and I guess that's what it is. Just free to download on a mobile device, but if you are just limited to a PC, you can also download it there. On April the 28th, you'll find the newest class edition called the Floromancer. This assistant assassin adds a bit of combat variety to the PvE or PvP play. Alongside this, to thank players, they've launched the best return activities. Better return rewards such as a large amount of experience, gold, orange quality gear, limited outfit, level 11 gem coupons, you get a picture, and it should help you have a better experience, particularly if you're returning to the game. Remember, it's completely free to do so. The links are on the screen right now and we'll put them in the description and the top pinned comment. By clicking that, you not only support SwitchUp, but you might be surprised by how much of a console level experience it is.
Next one I found really interesting actually. It released on the 14th of April and it's called Toodee and Topdee. This is a mix of 2D platformer and top-down puzzle game where 2D plays the 2D sections as the name implies, but Topdee can interject at any moment to change the landscape from that top-down perspective and assist 2D with his platforming. The aim is to get both characters to the goal, pressing Y to switch in between them, and you can also play with two players, although I haven't had a chance to try this out as of yet. The change in perspective is handled very cleverly, and I loved the 16-bit aesthetic. It was developed by two brothers, which is a nice story, and they've done a very good job to be fair. I was very much impressed with it. It sells for £17.99 or your regional equivalent. Also already out then is Dark Deity. You must lead a pack of soon-to-be legendary heroes in a quest to restore a land fractured by broken oaths, reckless wars and untamed magic. There are 28 chapters where you will engage in turn-based combat scenarios, turning your team from rookies into veterans. There are 30 playable characters to choose from, each with unique personalities and motivations, and you can train them picking from 54 distinct classes. Whilst there is no permadeath feature for fallen warriors, they will incur a penalty to their stats which will in turn harm your team. It's on sale now and it will cost £19.79. Revita released last week and is a twin-stick roguelite platformer in a similar vein to things such as Neon Abyss or Scourgebringer. You'll find your way through procedural rooms and take on bosses, but it also says that you can exchange health for power in an attempt to find the right balance between attack and defense. It goes on to say that there are a large number of tweaks that you can make to suit your playstyle, such as slowing down time, setting an outline colour to make enemies easier to spot, or using an aim assist. A stealth drop in the last week was Shattered. This is a Souls-like where you'll need to defeat the monstrous enemies, observing their moves and reacting accordingly. It promises a semi-open world with branching paths and transitions between full 3D and 2.5D combat. I'm not going to say too much about this one as Mark is working on a review of it as I make this video, and that review will be out by the time you're watching this. Rather than me speculate, I will instead advise you to watch his review. The link to it will be in the top pinned comment. This one will be out by the time you watch this video, and that's Cricket 22, out on the 28th of April. Now, as Raphael once so succinctly put it,
cricket? Nobody understands cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
Crumpets are bloody lovely as it happens, Raph, lightly toasted, smothered in butter and a small covering of Marmite, absolutely delightful. Anyway, cricket, the game I could never be bothered to play in PE at school, instead wishing we were doing football. This newest yearly edition claims to offer the most robust and substantial video game version fans have ever seen. It has a fully licensed Ashes contest, that's where England and Australia play for what feels like an eternity to win a small urn full of burnt cricket stumps, as well as a career mode, Big Bash T20 and the CPL. It includes licensed international teams from England, Australia, the West Indies, New Zealand and Ireland, as well as both men's and women's games being included. All jokes aside about cricket, I am only winding cricket fans up. It's always good to see a number of sports represented in video game form. I always find it interesting to see how they will translate the techniques, tactics and rules of each one and give fans of said sport another way to enjoy it. You then have Bit Orchard Animal Valley, which is a farm life game with a Game Boy aesthetic. Now I say that, it actually reminds me more of the sort of graphics you would see on an old Nokia phone, but either way, I do really like the art style. I said farm life just now, but it's more of an apple orchard that you are running, and you must grow specific types and sizes of fruit in order to meet objectives. It usually sells for just over £6, but it does currently have 70% off this price, and that will last for a couple more days after this video. I watched a quick review of it from a channel called Game Videos by Gamers, and that video will give you all the info you'll need. I'll link to it in the top pinned comment. They have about 30 subscribers, so it would be great if people could perhaps go and give that video a watch. I know from experience when we were starting out what a morale boost it gives when one of your videos does do well. And finally, for those already out, a cheap and cheerful game called Rail Trail. This only costs £2.69 but currently has 40% off of that price, so it's dirt cheap. It's a simple puzzle game where you have to create a path for a minecart to pick up all the gold on the track, but I always like such games and have been having fun with it since grabbing it the other day. A fun little time filler if that's all you're after, with a nice low poly art style too. Let's move on to just a couple of games that are coming out this week then, and the first one is Wildcat Gun Machine from Daedalic Entertainment. This is a bullet hell dungeon crawler where you take on hordes of disgusting flesh beasts with a wide variety of guns, giant mech robots and cute kittens, so says the blurb. You'll be exploring maze-like dungeons and enemy encounters are not randomised, therefore playing out more as difficult combat puzzles. There are over 40 gun types, skill upgrades to suit your playstyle and ways to increase the difficulty by changing the number of times that you can respawn. It will cost you £12.99, although there is 20% off of that price until the 21st of May and it releases on the 4th.
Of God. You want guns? We got over 40 guns. When that's not enough, character upgrades. And when that just isn't wild enough, you become the gun.
And the final game for the week then is called Citizen Sleeper. You live the life of an escaped worker washed up on a lawless station at the edge of an interstellar society. The blurb goes on to say that it was inspired by the flexibility and freedom of tabletop RPGs, and you'll be exploring the station, making friends whilst trying to escape your past in order to change your future. It mentions here that accessing new areas of the station by hacking into the system is a feature, as is finding hidden data files within the station's networks that could alter your future via the old adage of knowledge being power. All sounds quite interesting, to be fair. It's out on the 5th and it will cost you £17.99. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases, including some that have previously released without being highlighted by us. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's slightly different to usual, but I'd rather do it this way than put in a bunch of games that are coming out this week that don't really interest anybody. Another thank you to Dragon Raja for sponsoring this video. Please do check out the link in the description or the top pinned comment to download their product. Thank you to our patrons as always for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.